Good evening, everyone. I'm Pat Harvey. And the first bands of rain showers arrived in Ventura County about an hour ago. This is in Agoura Hills. The storm is coming from the north. Showers will be more widespread overnight. And here's a live look tonight at downtown LA. Our other live cameras that are closer to the storm were all fogged up and you couldn't see anything. The rain hasn't arrived in downtown yet, but it is expected to pick up overnight. And we have live team coverage tonight of what the rain means for recent fire zones. But first, we start with meteorologist Evelyn Taft.
And Pat, we're going to get right to it. And as we get a look at your satellite radar, you will see quite a bit of rain starting to make its way toward Ventura County. We were just showing you that light mist on the windshield a little earlier. Well, we're getting a little more than that right now. Through Ventura County, you're looking at quite a bit of green on your map. So green indicating just light showers. But we're seeing light showers through parts of, yes, Ventura County, the coastline. Oxnard getting a few sprinkles into Thousand Oaks, Calabasas. The Santa Clarita Valley up and down the I-5 corridor. We're getting just a little bit of rain into San Fernando right now and the Santa Monica Bay. Just along PCH, we're starting to see a few showers into Santa Monica and the Palisades, but thankfully nothing too heavy, just some steady light showers currently. San Fernando, same thing goes. Along the 5, 405, 170 and the 210, we're looking at just a few showers as well. So rainfall totals will be between 1/4 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch, and that's going to be with this first storm that's moving through. It's the tail end of an atmospheric river. The second storm actually not affiliated with an atmospheric river, but we are looking at quite a bit of rain. We could get an additional inch and possibly up to 2 inches in the mountain and foothill communities. We're going to break this all down hour by hour and show you exactly what to expect and when for your neighborhood. But right now, Pat, I want to send it back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Ev. We'll see you in a bit, too. And now let's get to our new burn zones in the Pacific Palisades tonight. The CHP has closed PCH. They're concerned about possible mud flows there. KCAL News reporter Tom Wade is in the Palisades, where crews are also working to prevent toxins from reaching the ocean. Good evening, Tom.
And good evening to you, Pat. Man, crews just have their hands full. So much to control with this rain moving through. It's sprinkling just a little bit right now. And talk about this sort of stress in all of this. Imagine what it's like to be a resident here. First you have the fires coming through, and now the threat of mudslides. Along the ocean on PCH, in the ruins of what was some of the most desired real estate on the planet, lies a toxic mess. Stopping debris flow from reaching the ocean seems like an impossible task. Combine that with the charred hillsides and canyons on the other side of the highway, and the potential crisis of what could happen here if we get too much rain is what's keeping city, county, and state officials awake at night. An army of engineers and work crews are checking and clearing sewers and drains and even setting up temporary dams. Mark Prestrea is the director of LA County Public Works.
And we're just, like I said, creating a bunch of traps. And then the last ditch effort is right at the beach. You'll see where we have berms set up, and we're trying to force the material to lay down on the sand before it gets out to the ocean.
Caltrans is shutting down PCH from Chautauqua Boulevard to Carbon Beach Terrace in Malibu because of the risk of mud and debris flows.
I'm looking for 3 more days of rain. I'm not sure what that's going to do to me.
Malibu resident Earl Laracy's home made it through both the Franklin and the Palisades fires, but now he faces the threat of landslides.
I've lost all my vegetation, and there's a hill behind me and there's a hill in front of me. I've already had, from the rain we had just a couple days ago, I had a mudslide come down. I've got about a foot of mud sitting in my my parking area where I normally park my car.
Sandbags were hauled out for residents, but how much they can protect is a big question. LA City Council member Tracy Park.
When you stand at PCH and you just look up at what's above, there's no K-rail or sandbags enough in the world that is going to hold that entire mess back if we have a serious issue with mud and water and debris flow, which is why workers have been on the ground around the clock.
Park's anxiety over how precarious the situation is echoed by residents.
A hill comes down on the backside of your property, sandbag is not going to stop it.
The scale of destruction here is just hard to wrap your mind around. We went up PCH pretty far north, and there's so many homes destroyed just along the water, and you wonder how it would be even possible to stop debris flows from those homes that are sitting right on top of the beach. And there are just so many as you drive north. The PCH section here that we're at, the closure, that's expected to last until Friday. Reporting live in the Palisades, I'm Tom Wait. Pat, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Tom. And at the Eaton fire tonight, a very important milestone. For the very first time, crews began cleaning up and hauling out the remains of a burned out building. KCAL News reporter Nicole Comstock live in Pasadena now with this significant milestone. Nicole?
Yeah, Pat, and you know, people's emotions about how to best move forward from this fire are complicated. FEMA told us tonight that phase 2 debris will also need to be sent to a local processing site first before it can then be properly disposed of. Where that site will be, well, the county and the Army Corps of Engineers, they're not telling us that just yet, but we do know that another processing site that was sent out to Azusa has drawn a good amount of opposition from that community. It's a milestone nearly a month in the making. Phase 2 of debris removal from the Eaton fire in Altadena is now underway, starting with 2 of the 5 local elementary schools that burned, Loma Alta and Edison. The Army Corps of Engineers and FEMA are working together to clear burned metal, brick, trees, and ash from schools, businesses, and homes.
People are already going through enough fear.
Darlene Hampton says she has friends who lost their homes and relatives to the Eaton fire, and she thinks clearing these properties is bringing this community the hope it needs.
It's real because the chemicals and everything are real, but you do need that positive upbeat so that you're okay, well, we can get through this.
The Army Corps of Engineers is really going to take all of the material away to make this place where you lived habitable.
FEMA spokesperson Brandy Richard Thompson says phase 2 debris will first be transported to a temporary local processing site to be properly packaged.
We're taking strict precautions to keep that material that we're taking there to actually stage from impacting the environment in those locations at all.
That processing site has not yet been publicly revealed. However, sources say the location should be announced tomorrow morning. Then the material will go to its final destination. The LA County Coordinated Joint Information Center said in writing, the county is currently working with the Army Corps of Engineers to identify various landfill sites in the Southern California region that have capacity and meet the regulatory requirements to accept fire debris. Given the amount of debris to be removed, no one facility will be able to handle all of the material.
Everything in the house smelled like smoke.
Craig Jones lives near the burn scar and says he's not very worried about toxins from debris removal.
Because I was breathing the smoke that was in my house for a good 2 or 3 days. So any damage that was done then.
And homeowners can either opt into or out of that debris removal by the Army Corps of Engineers. But FEMA says you only have until March 9th to make that decision and fill out the paperwork. So they encourage everyone out there to do some research on their own before making that decision. Reporting live in Pasadena, Nicole Comstock, KCAL News.